Morning, everybody. Happy Sunday morning. So, the fear of retirement or the fear of retiring early. You're wondering, heck, can you do it? Am I going to be able to make it? But yes, you can. You know, basically, all you got to do is you got to plan for it, budget for it, and live within your means. Actually, live under your means. And what I mean by that, so budget your cost, your expenses. Start learning to cut back on your expenses, and discover now before you decide to retire early, or heck, even retire. Start now learning how to cut costs. And so, say normally it costs you, I don't know, I guess if you're a family or a single person, I don't know, because groceries can be pretty expensive. And if you're spending, say, 400 a month on groceries, myself, I spend about 250 to 300 a month. I'm learning to cut back. Um, I'm discovering for myself what I can do without. And it's actually working out pretty good. You'll be surprised, you know, after a while you'll be like, wow, I could really save money here. Why didn't I do this before? You know, I thought the same thing to myself. I mean, I used to like buying a lot of toys and go out and have fun. And as I'm getting closer to early retirement, because that's what I plan on doing, I'm starting to budget myself. If I walk into a store, I don't try not to compulsive buy. Uh, Make yourself a list when you go to a store. This way you don't deviate from it. And because I've discovered myself that when I go into a store to go buy something or go grocery shopping, and if I don't have a list, heck, I tend to buy things I don't need. Um, so just plan for it and budget for it. And by planning too, you may not want to live in the area which you're at right now. And right now, I'm up in the mountains of Colorado. It's early May, or actually middle of May. And tonight, we're calling for 6 to 9 inches of snow in May. I mean, I guess it's not uncommon here in Colorado. And it's okay if you like the snowy weather and the cold. And I don't mind. But I tell you, after almost 18 years of it, it gets kind of old. So, and back to the budgeting. Learn to live without. And it's not saying put yourself out, don't starve yourself to death, and don't go buying yourself clothes or hygiene products. Those are the basic things that you need. Beyond basics, above and beyond, when you're going into a store and you see something and like, man, I'd really like to have that. Think to yourself, well, why do you really need to have that? And is it going to serve a purpose in the long run? And for me, while I'm working right now, before I do take the plunge into early retirement, I've been kind of getting gear together. I went and bought a solar power generator, which is the Jackery Explorer 500, which I'll probably be getting a little bit bigger one. You can see in my previous videos I've talked about the Jackery Explorer, the 500. I bought a Starlink Mini so I can be anywhere on the road and connect to the internet. I bought a rechargeable fan that actually will connect to the visor or the back of the seat. Right now, I have my seats down because I'm starting to do a lot of car camping this time of year. And that's another thing too. If you plan on, say, maybe doing the van life, which me, I that's probably the route I'm going to go. Um, Start getting used to it. I mean, if you have an SUV or a big enough vehicle where you can go and maybe camp out for a week, 3 days, 2 days, start getting yourself used to it. Um, you don't want it to be a system shock all at once. Me, I like to camp. I have a Tiger Swan teepee tent with a wood burning stove that I normally use. But I'm going to start doing the car camping thing and see how that works out. And I've got a 4-inch foam mattress that's going to go in the back of my Jeep Grand Cherokee here, and we're going to be going camping. My dog and I. I think it's going to be next week up in the Grand Mesa here in Colorado, which I'll shoot a video of that. It's really beautiful up there. And you know, back to the early retirement. You know, it comes with freedom. I'm not saying you're not free now. You can pretty much do what it is you want to do, where you want to go. You don't have to rush into your job, whatever job you have. If you punch in, or if you have to clock in, you don't have to do that anymore. You're going to be able to say, "Wow, I set my own schedule. Um, do what you want, travel where you want to go, as long as you're budgeting for it." And and along with the budgeting too, if you're going to do like I do the van life for quite some time, make sure you're going to start budgeting for maintenance cost of your vehicle, your cell phone, your vehicle insurance, and like your Starlink Mini for your internet. So you'd be surprised once you sit back and figure out to yourself, like, hey, I can probably live without this or that. Um, I don't have to go to the grocery store and spend exuberance amount of money for food, especially if you're single. If you're single, you can eat cheap. You can still eat healthy, but you could eat cheap. And like this morning, I'm going to be going to Walmart and buying a few things. I kind of like buy as I go, so this way I'm not spending too much money on stuff that I don't really need. And you know, the fear of retirement, that goes with everybody. Think about it. You're like, wow, can I really do this? Is it going to work? Think about it. When you start a new job, the day before you start that new job, you're like, wow, is this really going to work out for me? And am I going to make good money doing it? Just all the things that come with the anxiety of starting a new job. Well, actually, it's kind of like the anxiety of early retirement. You don't know until you do it. And then once you get into it and you start doing it, and then you figure, the pros and cons, what I need, what I don't need, how to budget for it. And, it's what everybody, I believe, goes through, and, you know, back to the early retirement a while back ago, the owner of the company that I work for, he's actually been a friend of mine longer than he's been the owner. Love the guy. He's a great guy. And probably, I don't know, about a month ago, I was joking around with him. I said, hey, I plan on doing the early retirement. He laughs. He says, yeah, right. You'll never be able to do that. You'll always work for the rest of your life. And, and that's, I was talking with a couple of older gentlemen and told them what he had said. And that's when they told me, one, you can always work and make more money. to, you'll never have time. You know, once you start wasting your time, you never get it back. So time is more precious actually than money, even though you can't eat on time. But still, you know, if you want your freedom to be happy, retire early, go out and see the country. If you want to travel abroad, I mean, the things you want to do to make you happy, be free. And so, but anyways, you know, I'm not going to try to make this such a long video. I'm shooting it from my car today because I'm actually at work on Sunday. My schedule is I get Wednesdays and Thursdays off, which is okay with me because living up here, up in the mountains, you know, it's a tourist area, and most tourists are gone during the middle of the week. So if I want to go do a dispersed camping trip, I really don't have to worry about everybody camping on top of me. But where I go there at the Grand Mesa, it's so huge. I believe it's the largest mesa in the United States. And there's like over 300 lakes. It's dispersed camping. And even at the busy time of year, I mean, you really don't have to worry about people camping on top of you up there. But here, where I live here in the mountains, it gets pretty crazy. Like we have the holiday Memorial Day coming up. So I'm just trying to get things spruced up a little bit more than what I already have before everybody comes up here. So, but anyways, you know, you know, the fear of retiring early is a natural fear. One, you just want to plan for it. Live within your means. Heck, live below your means. Try to cut back as you go, and you'll discover, heck, man, I can save a lot of money doing this and still be happy. And your freedom. The freedom you have to do what you want, go where you want. You're not answering to anybody but yourself. You make a mistake, the only person that you can get mad at is yourself. And so anyways, I hope you enjoy this video. Hope you enjoy my channel. Feel free to smash that thumbs up and subscribe. Help me build this channel. And I'll be making more videos as I go along. Have a wonderful Sunday.